Hello to my fellow gamers, it's your boy Chef Baker. The reason I say re is because of this. You'll see it in a moment. Yeah, this video is kind of glitchy, but do not click away and watch some other commentator because I am a great commentator and this is a great gameplay. It kind of gets rid of some of the highlights. Like right here, I threw a grenade up there and then they walked into it and I BR'd them for the double. It was a nice outplay and I feel like a jerk, but I had to. I just had to. Anyways, I remember a long time ago, me and my cousins, me and my two, they were like my brothers. We would try and stay up all night. And it's funny because our strategy to stay up all night kind of defeated the purpose of trying to stay up all night. And the strategy was to one guy or two people would sleep. I know we were idiots, still are. Two people would sleep, and one person would stay awake. And the person who stayed awake would be playing I think it was Forza Motorsport and Midnight Club Dub Edition. We were into racing games back then, and so they'd be gaming out, and then they'd wake up the next person to take over their shift, and it's so fucking stupid. But anyways, so the person would wake me up, or I'd wake up my cousin Clutchin, and he'd be like, "Okay, I'm up." And then he'd go get a glass of water, and then I was like, okay, time to sleep for like a couple hours. And then I'd go to bed, and I'd wake up in the morning and be like, what the fuck? I thought you're supposed to wake me up. And then I'd look around, and Clutchin's totally passed out. The controller's in his hand. He's like on like the race is like 8th place, and it's like at the end of the match, and you have to press restart or whatever, and like the car's like doing laps, and the camera's searching or circling, like you know what I'm trying to say. If you play racing games, you understand. Like at the end of it, it just shows them doing laps over and over. So he's in 8th place. They're all doing these stupid laps, and he's just crashed out, drooling. And I look around and I was like, "Fuck! This is like the 3rd time trying to stay up all night and trying out this strategy, and it just never works." And yeah, it's just funny because back in the day, it was so hard to pull an all-nighter. Like it was ridiculously hard to pull an all-nighter. Like it was like you had to have that soldier mentality of never give up, or like mental strength, you know what I mean? Even though it's stupid pulling all-nighters. If you think about it, you're killing your brain cells. That was a nice double kill. I wish it didn't glitch up there. But anyways, the reason I'm even making this commentary is because I can't sleep. And it's stupid because back in the day, it was impossible for me to even stay up. Like when I was like 10 years old, it was impossible for me to even stay up past 12. Like at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'd be so damn tired. Like I'd be like, my head would be falling. Like it's kind of like going to school in history class, and it's not even talking about anything interesting in history. It's just some boring subject, and you're trying to stay up after it was like in high school, playing games until 2 in the morning, waking up at 7, and then going to school like a dummy. Or at least that's what I used to do when I got onto the whole Halo online scene. This is another good play. It was a good teamwork. I shot him, and I knew I was going down, so I was like, fuck. And my teammate, I think he went in there and cleaned him up. But anyways, yeah, it's funny because it's like I'm accidentally staying up all night, and then it's back in the day, it was super hard. It was like one of the toughest things to do. It was like one of our bucket lists as a little 12-year-old, 13-year-old. I forget how old we were when we were doing this stupid. It was so dumb. Like you're trying to stay up all night, but you sleep for a couple hours, and then wake up and continue staying up. That doesn't count, but in our minds it counted. I don't know why, but it did. And yeah. So some of the advice. I know it's kind of ironic because I can't fall asleep, but here's some advice I would like to give you. First is to sit up in bed. This is what Clutchin Baker told me to do, my cousin, you know him. And so sit up in bed and just think, and that's it. And then eventually, after you get tired of sitting up, when you lay down, because your muscles from your back are like supporting yourself from sitting up, so eventually you get kind of like sore, and when you lay down, it's a lot more comfy. And when you're comfortable, it's easy to fall asleep, right? Because that's the whole thing, is tossing and turning at night, is because you can't find a comfy position or whatever. So when you're sitting up and you go back down, you're nice and relaxed. The second tip, this is something I made up, and it made sense in my head, but then again, the whole strategy of staying up all night kind of flawed, and so is this idea. I have a lot of flawed ideas, but this is one of them where this is a nice play right here. Damn, I just have to quit my thought. Oh, in the melee. I don't even know if I killed him. Looks like it. He's flopping around. Anyways, my next tip, and I don't know, it might work, but it might not. It didn't for me anyways, but it might for you. Is to work out. And my logic behind that is, if I physically exert myself, then I'm going to be tired. So I would just do squats, push-ups, shadow box, lift weights or whatever, and then I'd lay in bed and I'd be breathing. And that's another tip, is breathing. Just sitting there breathing, your body relaxes and it'll slowly slip into sleep easier when you're breathing properly. Anyways, yeah, so working out is stupid because you start lifting weights and then you start running and you start doing whatever, and then you lay in bed and you think you'd be tired, and the whole concept is to tire yourself out physically and then go to bed, right? But the problem is your adrenaline's going, your body starts to actually do the opposite and it starts to wake up. So that was a flawed idea. And then the last advice is the one I'm doing right now, which is get your ass up, do something, and then go back to bed. So I came upstairs, played around with my Photoshop, got some thumbnails up, decided to do a commentary, and yeah. And another thing, if you have a problem of staying up late and you can't get your sleep pattern back to normal, the best thing to do is to just pull an all-nighter and then sleep early, like at 7 p.m, because you'll probably overcompensate and end up sleeping for like 12 hours. Or to just wake up after 3 hours or 4 hours of sleep, as horrible as you feel, and then just get up and go throughout the day. Anyways, that's my rant on sleep and a little story I thought I'd share with you guys. Peace out, you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, man. Take care.